What steps can people take to make air travel safer?
Well, as you alluded to, Wolf, not getting on an airplane at all is one of the tips that experts are offering. But if you feel like you have to fly, there are some specific measures that you can take to reduce your risk.
The CDC has recommended that Americans don't do this, cautioning them not to travel for the Thanksgiving holiday. But on Friday and again on Sunday, more than 1 million people each day pass through security at America's airports, breaking an air travel record in the U.S. during the pandemic. And the busiest travel days for this holiday haven't even come yet.
This is not the time to be flying when there are coronavirus hotspots essentially in every part of the country, when there is explosive spread.
Many passengers seem to know the risks and are still flying.
Honestly, pretty scared of going back home because of Corona. I'm trying to take a lot of precautions, but it's still really terrifying.
At some point, it's too hard to stay away from family, especially for the holidays.
If you feel you have to fly, experts are offering some important advice.
If I had to travel, I'd be wearing gloves, a face mask, and a shield. I wouldn't be eating on the plane, and I would do my very best not to have to go to the lavatory.
Other advice from the experts we spoke to: keep your mask and face shield on the entire flight. Try to find a seat by a window so you're not close to people walking the aisles. Don't sit in rows that have the middle seats filled. Don't touch your face during the flight. Bring your own hand sanitizer and wipes. Wipe down the tray tables, the armrests, your entire seating area. And one expert has some advice about a dangerous period of your flight that many of us may not have thought of.
One of the most dangerous times is during the boarding process, when everyone is crowded together and when there isn't fresh air being pumped in. And so try to minimize that time standing in the jetway, standing while boarding as much as you can.
But again, the CDC is saying not to travel, and experts are worried about Americans' behavior over Thanksgiving and what comes next.
Almost certainly, people are now going to be seeing loved ones. They're going to be staying in someone's home. They might be having dinner together. And remember that people are coming from all over the country where there are coronavirus hotspots everywhere.
I'm afraid that 2 or 3 weeks after Thanksgiving and then again after Christmas, we're going to be seeing spike upon spike. This is a very difficult time for all of us.
And the experts we spoke to say that airplanes and airports are not the only places where you may run some high risk. They say that be careful when you use ground transportation, shuttles, trains, taxis, and Ubers. If you feel like you have to take a taxi or an Uber to and from an airport, make sure that you open the windows en route. Wolf?
That is really, really critically important information you provided to our viewers. Brian, thank you very much. This is so scary what's going on. I just looked at the numbers. More than 1,700 Americans so far today, and the day is by no means over. So far, 1,700 Americans just today have already died from coronavirus.